Good morning. Thank you everyone for turning up and coming today, both here in attendance and online, and to Resource Rising Stars. It's a pleasure to be here. Neil McDonald, I'm the Managing Director and co-founder of Gold Hydrogen. Now, this is a company that we're looking to advance our recent exploration success, which is searching and developing naturally occurring hydrogen in the ground, but also helium, and I'll go through this with you at the moment. That's our standard disclaimer. So, about our project, and a lot of you probably heard about hydrogen. A lot of you probably haven't heard a lot about natural hydrogen. So natural hydrogen is naturally formed in the ground, in the Earth's crust, by geological reasons. The right geological conditions, rocks, water, the hydrogen splits from the water and migrates to the surface and then is trapped. That green area, that's our granted tenement. And in the 1920s and 30s, the chief geologist for South Australia undertook 3 exploration wells looking for petroleum, looking for oil and gas. They were unsuccessful 3 times, and all 3 times they found hydrogen up to 89% purity. So 3 years ago, we were looking for some records and we came across those archives, and we thought, we're going to exploit this, we're going to go for it, because we think hydrogen has a world future as part of the energy mix. Moving forward, that's politically and environmentally driven, as you're aware, towards decarbonisation. It is going to form a large part of the energy mix. So we've got that ground there that's 7,800 in the green, but also the salmon and the purple area, or the grey that comes up on the screen there, that is also exclusive to Gold Hydrogen. It's 74,000 or 75,000 square kilometres in total of prospective exploration ground. That's a big scale play. And this might be a pointer, is it? Maybe not. The South Australian government, extremely supportive government, they're commissioning a $600 million hydrogen power energy turbine in Whyalla, which is north of our permitted areas across. There's also steel mills in the area that wish to go to green steel. The government has also changed the legislation to allow hydrogen to go into the existing gas pipeline networks. There's an existing market there for hydrogen already, moving forward. Now, we have a prospective resource report based on the historical discoveries of 1.3 billion kilograms of natural hydrogen. That's close to like 1 TCF of gas, which was enough to basically kick off the coal seam gas industry out of Gladstone. That's just for the green area. That doesn't include the other areas. We're advancing our project, and that number will get larger. That's our 50% recovery estimate, not 90%. Now, we have drilled 2 wells at the end of last year, and we twinned one of the existing wells that was drilled in the 1930s, and that had 73% purity. And then we drilled a second well, and we got 86% purity of hydrogen coming to the surface. It was an exceptional result, so we've confirmed that natural hydrogen is there in those 2 wells, and it's probably likely over the whole areas. But better than that, we also were able to discover helium. Helium's a very rare and expensive commodity. So we had helium up to 6.8% purity at raw gas. That is a world-class number that I'll take you through. We're working with world-leading experts, Schlumberger, CSIRO, to name a few, Savannah. So we've had extremely good success to date. We were the second best performing IPO in 2024. We listed January 13, 2023. We were the best performing IPO until December, when a nasal spray Viagra company listed, and they had a bigger rise than we did. Pardon the pun. So that's our corporate structure there. We're very well placed. We have on cash on hand, we're a little bit better than at the moment. We recently got an R&D credit. Our project is R&D accessible. We know what we're doing, but nobody else in Australia is drilling for natural hydrogen and doing it successfully. We're about 2 to 3 years ahead of our competitors, and a part of our program, we got 48 cents back in the dollar, so we're at $21 million cash in the bank at the moment. So any money we spend, we're currently eligible for 48 cents in the dollar. Now, I've probably touched on it. There's an enormous investment going into hydrogen worldwide, and hydrogen's been around for decades. It actually powered the first combustion vehicle, but it's moving forward. Huge investment. South Australia is investing where our project area is, and export, Japan, Korea and the like, Europe, name a few, they're putting a lot of money into it. You've seen that hydrogen will end up powering heavy vehicle transports, shipping, the like. BMW, as you know, Toyota, they're going to hydrogen-powered vehicles. They believe that they will be a better outcome than electric vehicles. We'll see. Is it smartphone versus the BlackBerry, the VHS versus Beta? Who knows on the car front? But for heavy industry, but more particularly energy, hydrogen will form a very big part of the mix moving forward because it's politically and environmentally driven. Now, here's a key component for hydrogen. Man-made hydrogen, on the right there, you'll see the green. That's like solar panels, wind farms. To do that, you need to mine the materials. Then you need to make the solar panels. Then you've got to install them and construct them across hundreds of hectares of land, potentially farming land. Then you've got to construct hydrolysis machines. Then you've got to use water, which is a very valuable resource, to make 1 kilogram of energy. It's a big carbon footprint and intensive to make it. The best pricing at the moment in Australia is $6 to make 1 kilogram of hydrogen before transportation. Mali in Africa has been producing natural hydrogen for a decade with multiple wells. They're powering the small town of Mali with that hydrogen. They've drilled and produced and powering a town. Small scale, but it works. The data from them and other scientific data is you can drill, produce natural hydrogen before transportation for $1 a kilogram or less. This will have a huge commercial advantage over any other form of hydrogen. Helium, as I said, we were very excited but not shocked to get helium results, and scientific papers around the world before we were drilling thought that due to our geological conditions we could also have helium. You cannot man-make helium. It is rare and expensive. To give you an idea of how valuable it is worth 10 times more for 1 molecule of helium compared to 1 molecule of natural gas. It's very expensive. It's selling for approximately US $400 to $600 a molecule at the moment. It has reached $2,000 a molecule last year. Projects around the world are commercial at 1%. We have up to 6.8% raw gas at the moment that we know of from our 2 wells. We're very excited by it. We're in the process of getting a prospective resource report independently compiled. We'll be one of the first companies to have a helium resource report for Australia. There is no indigenous production of helium in this country at the moment. They shut the plant in Darwin late last year, the Bayoandi, Santos and Bock project. So we look forward to exploring and developing that commodity as well. Now, it comes out to the same standard gas well as hydrogen. And this is normal technology gas wells, a footprint of 8-inch hole, and we don't cover a very big area. We are very low impact. So it is a free credit on the flow of the hydrogen. When I said the hydrogen could cost $1 a kilogram or less, this is coming up for free. If we're successful, this will be an extremely valuable part of our project and value increase. So that was some of the data I was telling you about earlier from the 1920s and 30s. This is on our website. I've got brochures out there as well we can go through. But we have confirmed the historical results of the hydrogen, and also we have discovered world-class levels of helium. That is our prospective resource that I was mentioning to you just before. 1.3 billion kilograms over that green area, part of that green area actually, at 50% recovery. The upside, if we can prove the project along based on the existing discoveries, encounters, is up to 9 billion kilograms on the green permit, not all the other permits. Now, I'm not sure there's many geologists in the room. I'm not one, but I was going through it before. Put simply, it's the right geological conditions. Iron-rich rocks, radiolysis and hydrolysis causing the water to split and hydrogen to migrate to the surface. Constantly doing that, could be regenerating. If you put a nail in a glass of seawater, the nail starts rusting. It oxidises and the gases go up. So we've got the right geology, the right areas to do this. Last year we drilled 2 wells. That's the photo of the well there. Now part of that was we have been working with CSIRO. They have done studies confirming hydrogen migrating to the surface in various parts of our permit area and strategic areas. They also sent 35 rock chips from historical cuttings to Paris to get analysed. 31 of those 35 found hydrogen and helium in the fluid inclusions of those rocks. We were quite confident going to drilling. We proved that up and we got the helium. This year, as I said, we're getting a prospective resource report for the helium. We're looking to commence exploration flow testing on Ramsay 1 and Ramsay 2. So we are looking to test those wells, test the different zones, see how much gas comes out of it. Now this is new, this is pioneering. There was the shale gas industry in America did this, CSG did it here. We'll be testing to see how much it can flow and what it will flow. We're trying to do different techniques. It's new, but we're quite confident and we'll see how that goes. We'll further upgrade our prospective resource reports, and then we're looking to do feasibility and planning to do pilot programs for the hydrogen and the helium. We wish to, later next year, be in a position where we're actually transporting hydrogen or we're using it for electricity, proving the concept that this works and it's going to be valuable. Same with the helium. We'll look at bottling the helium up and selling it in a market. It's quite easy to do on small scale, so that's our aim. And we'll also this year looking to do a 2D seismic program to extend our area, and also looking forward to drilling more wells later this year. I've gone through some of our commercialisation options. We're well placed in South Australia for a domestic offtake market in the near-term future, plus long-term future. This will be an export play as well with its potential if we continue to have the success that we are having. There's a lot of uses around the world. That's our key management team. We're all here today. Roger Cressy's been in the industry for a very long time, so has Carl and Josh. Our board is there, our independent directors. Alexander Downer has been former Foreign Affairs Minister for Australia for 9 years in his history. His area is South Australia. He's very well internationally connected. Kate is a very experienced independent director in the commercial services sector. So summary, we have found hydrogen and helium. It is there. We had historical results, but we've confirmed it. We are moving forward with our program. We wish to go to a pilot program. We know there's a market there. We're active. We've got good people working with world leaders, and that pretty much sums it up today. We're in the next room. Please feel free to come and see us with any queries and questions. Thank you again. Most appreciated. Thanks, Nicholas.